Well, hello there, friends and reptile lovers. It's Joel with 7th Level Reptiles, and we are back for another compilation video. I know you guys love the egg cuttings, and so I'm sharing them with you. This is going to be a compilation of 2024 clutch cuttings. It's going to be nothing but clutch cuttings. Well, there's one little bit of commentary in there that I felt was necessary, so it's in there. But make sure you go grab your popcorn and your snacks, kick your feet up, and relax, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a long one. I would apologize, but you guys seem to love the longer videos, so I hope you enjoy this. It's going to be the longest video I've ever done. It's basically like an egg cutting feature film, if you will. But we've got 16, I believe, 16 clutch cuttings coming to you. 2024 was our highest producing season of all time. And there's a couple clutches that I actually missed that year for one reason or another. I didn't get the cutting on video, but I think I have 16 for you. They're coming at you. It's going to be long, so I don't want to waste a ton of your time explaining it. You know what the deal is. Settle in and let's see some beautiful babies.
All right, so here we go. We're going to show you the eggs now to remind you of our pairing just one more time. We got our black pastel GHI yellow belly het pied male to our black pastel blackhead female, and there's one little noggin, and we got this one's pip too. And oh, you got vermiculite all over your face, my guy. I'm sorry about that. Oh, you're a little stuck. It's okay, I'll help you out in a minute. So cute. All right, sorry you're stuck there. All right, so I got my nifty nail cutting, egg cutting scissors. They have been cleaned and sanitized, and we are ready to go and see what is in this Father's Day clutch. Now, it's Father's Day for me that I'm cutting these, but they will actually, I'm going to post this video on June 27th. So hopefully you're watching this today, June 27th, 2024. June 27th is the 1-year anniversary of the creation of the 7th Level Reptiles YouTube channel. And so I thought this would be a fitting way to post our first clutch of 2024 on the 1-year anniversary of our first clutch of 2023 that we got that surprise and kicked off the channel. And let's see what we've got. Oh my goodness! Look at that. That's a black baby. That's a super black pastel. Hopefully blackhead's in there. I can't see enough to see how he looks. His little nose is right there and it looks okay to me. Oh man. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Oh, that's so great. I'm going to put them now. If you haven't watched egg cuttings from last year, I'm going to set them over on the side into a different container because excuse me, as this little guy has so aptly demonstrated, this small vermiculite gets on everything. So I don't want them still on the vermiculite when they're crawling out of the eggs because it just makes such a mess. So I'll put them over here into a different tub and give them time to finish coming out of the egg at their own pace. But let's see what number 2 holds. Number 1 was exactly what we're looking for. Sometimes super black pastel combos can have some deformities, and so that's why I'm trying to be able to see his head, but let's see what we've got here in number 2. Blackhead can take that likelihood out. Oh man, look at that beautiful baby. That's definitely a GHI something. If I had to guess just from what I can see there, I would think GHI yellow belly, but it's too soon to tell. Oh, he's going to be gorgeous. She's going to be gorgeous. Whatever. Woohoo! Number 3 has pipped on its own. I can barely see it though. Let's see what we've got in number 3. Oh, this is exciting. Christmas in June. These are going to be a little cut in the egg. Not too big. Just enough to see. I see a little nose there. Definitely see black pastel in there, I think. I just said definitely, I think. Black pastel for sure. Don't think GHI in that one, but again, we'll know more once they come out. Little guy, are you stuck? My poor dude. He's got vermiculite all over his face and his head stuck. We'll have to be real careful when we get him out, but here comes number 4. Come on, if I get at least one more like that first egg. Black snake. Ooh. So far, I like what I see. Gentle. Easy here. Getting hung up on something. Look at there. This is a super black pastel, and I can tell you, I can already see a little bit of a cleft palate. He'll bring it out here if I can get to focus. He's got a little bit of a deformity right there on the edge of his mouth. Can't tell how severe it is. Hopefully that won't impact him eating. I have had some like that before that have done just fine. But I hate to see that. Hopefully that little guy's going to be okay, but we'll have to update you later on him once we give him some time to crawl out. All right. Sorry, I try to speed this up a little bit. I'm a little too chatty with these egg cuttings sometimes, I know. All right. And another black snake. This red here is just some blood vessels. They're not actually connected to the snake. He's not bleeding. I didn't cut him or anything like that, but we got another black one. Can't wait to see. Again, we'll have to wait till he crawls out and see if maybe that's a super black pastel. Blackhead with this combo will take out the kinking and duck billing, I am told. So that's certainly what we're hoping for. All right, little guy, let's get you out of here. You look like maybe just a normal wild type from what we can see, but be very careful here and get you a little more space. Almost there. Don't pull so hard. Come back out so I can get in there. Give you a little more room. There you go, back inside. All right. Now maybe we have the room to work with that we need. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Please forgive me, but I do believe that is a black pastel. Just a black pastel, I believe. Single black pastel gene. All right, well, here we are. The last one, lucky number 7. If you remember, she hung on to this one for a little bit longer. We had to pull the 6 and put her back in, and she laid it after a couple hours. Or I don't know how long it took, but I checked on her again in a couple hours. And we got number 7 here. So let's see what we've got. And there's our wild type. Pretty sure that's just a classic wild type. Hey there. You are not shy, are you? Oh, man. Coming right out to say hello to the world. So cool. All right. I'll put you back over there with your brothers and sisters. And here we go, folks. So there's the final result. We got a couple of them sticking their heads out. We definitely have 3. 1, 2, 3 super black pastels. Again, this guy can see a little bit of this duck billing here, and it looks like a very small amount on this one as well. They both look like they'll be able to do fine. Can't really tell for sure until they come out of the egg, though, if there's anything else going on. Hopefully not. And then we got this little baby down here, too, and he's not showing us anything. But an amazing clutch. Great way to kick off the 2024 hatching season. All right, great. Sorry, technical difficulties there, but hopefully now we're ready to go. So let's get it going. Without further ado, like I said, but you couldn't hear me because my mic was dead. This is a banana pied het VPI axanthic to a lesser GHI het pied. And I'm having all kinds of lag issues on my end. It's okay for you guys. I've got my other computer playing it so I can see what I'm looking at while I'm showing you guys. But let's go ahead. Oh, he's moving around there. We're going to go ahead and take a look at number one and see what we got. All right. Christmas in July. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. Ooh, looks like maybe a pied in the first egg. The reveal. Look at that. Definitely a banana pied. What a way to start. Can't see much. Look at that. You can see just a little nose. He was kind of looking at me. So sweet. Some type of banana pied combo right off the rip. So that's nice. Excuse me. My throat's acting up a little bit. So I apologize for clearing my throat in you guys' ears. So number one's a great turnout. So let's see what we got in number two. Yee! Hopefully GHI in that too. Oh, definitely got a banana here. Let's get it cut and the reveal. Ooh. Can't see much more. Definitely banana. Can't tell if, I'm going to say it's really hard. Maybe a lesser banana. But again, that's hard to tell with just such a little window. But all right, banana, 2 for 2 so far. So that's awesome. That's what we were hoping to get, some more bananas this year. We didn't produce a lot last year. And so really shooting for more banana stuff this year. You guys always like the banana stuff. Banana pieds are awesome. And I thought getting GHI into the mix would be pretty fun too. Come on. All right, number 3. Oh yeah, look at that. Excuse me. Another banana pied combo of some sort. Not a whole lot of pattern in the saddles, what we can see. So it'll be interesting to see once it crawls out and see if we can determine GHI or lesser. But I'm guessing something in there besides just banana pied. They're so cute. All right, man, 3 out of 3 on bananas. We are hitting it on that one. 2 pied. So in theory, 50% of these should be pieds by just pure statistics. We should get 5 pieds and 5 hets. But as you know, the odds don't always follow the statistics. And here's our 4th banana of the clutch. So 4 for 4. Somebody's coming in here. My wife's coming to bring me some water because I keep clearing my throat. Look at that, another banana pied. Oh, let me get in the camera. Ha! How awesome. Man, 3 out of 4 banana pieds. 4 out of 4 bananas so far. This is awesome. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink and see if I can clear my throat. All right. All right, number 5. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to do my best to try and watch and see if I got any comments from you guys or questions or anything, but it's kind of hard to do while I'm cutting. All right, so no banana here. So we got our first non-banana reveal. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. That's a GHI for sure. Man, Looks good. This one we'll have to wait and see when it crawls out if that's possibly a lesser GHI that looks like mom. A lot of times lesser in GHI combos will really change the pattern to almost striped like, kind of like a GHI Mojave if you've seen those. But not always, which is why the mom to this clutch was originally sold to me as just a GHI, but proved lesser the first season that that she bred for me. All right, so here we go. Let's keep on going. And another banana. Ready, go. Whee! Man, that's some great coloration. Oh, he's coming out to say hi. Hey there, little buddy. Welcome to the world. I think you might be a lesser banana. Feels wrong to call you lesser though. Beautiful. Look at that tongue flicking. Oh, it's always so cool when they do that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm going to sit you down here with your brothers and sisters. Oh, now he's just sticking his little head out. So cute. So cute. So far looking great. Sorry, I got caught up in the cuteness there. All right, so this is number 7. Let's see what we got here. So 5 out of 6 so far have carried banana, and 3 of those have been banana pieds. It's possible that the others could be really low white pieds too. I don't think so, but again, you can't see all of it until this is another pied. And unreal. Ooh, well, I thought I saw some color, but not much to see here, but you can see a little black head. So it's really hard to tell. He's tucked down tight in there. So it could be a pied, could be a lesser pied potentially. Sometimes lesser pieds can be all white, but sometimes they change that pattern and kind of wash the pattern out. So that's one we'll just have to watch and see when it comes out. All right, so number 8. Man, this one's tight in here. He's taking up this whole egg. These were definitely ready to go. They're just a little shy, I guess. Always make sure if you're cutting eggs that you're using blunt tipped scissors. You don't want to poke your babies. All right. We continue to do well here. On our odds with another banana. And most of that fluid is gone. They are definitely getting close. Maybe another lesser banana from the looks of it. But again, we'll have to wait and see when they crawl out. Hiding that little face right down in the middle there. Oh, they're so cute. Don't worry. Once we get them all out of here, I'll show you all of them in their other tub. If this happens to be your first time watching one of my cutting videos, I do move them into a different container because once they crawl out, this really fine vermiculite that I'm hatching them in will get everywhere, and it's a pain to clean. I'm going to take a sneak peek for myself there, and we do have more banana. So Dad did a good job with this clutch. This is the first clutch I've produced with this male. Oh, and it's another banana pied for sure, for sure. Look at that. And they are tight. These eggs were a little bit smaller, and they are taking up every little inch. It'll be interesting to get them out and get a weight on them. All right, one more to go. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 banana pieds, 1 non-banana pied, 3 bananas, 1 non-banana. So far out of 9 babies, 7 of them have had banana. So that's pretty awesome. And we're right at our odds, 50% pieds. So let's see if number 10 will break the odds even further. Though I definitely don't complain about any GHI combos. GHI is awesome. But this is yet another banana. Looks like. All right, so you ready for number 10? Here we go. Ta-da! Sorry, I'm a goofball, but that looks awesome. Another banana. I'm going to say GHI banana. Just a few things that I can see, but I can't say 100%. But look at that, man! I don't know if you guys can see this like pattern right here. If it's coming through, just really bright orange and kind of jumbled a little bit. So, all right, let me get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the whole clutch, at least what we can see of them. Move it over here and look at that. And let's get you a little closer in. Look at it. Would you just look at this? Sorry. If you've never seen those old videos, then you probably think I'm just a weirdo. But we got 5 pieds. 4 of them are banana pieds. So that's awesome. And then this little guy, we'll see when he gives us a better look. But banana out of 8 out of 10. Really, really strong. That's pretty awesome. So very excited. All right, well, here we are. This is clutch number 3 of 2024. We bred a leopard clown male to a banana pastel inchy possible het clown female. She's 50% possible het clown. She's only produced 1 other clutch and did not prove out, but it was a pretty small clutch. So she took a year off, and here we are again with 8 beautiful eggs. And so I'm really excited to see if we can prove her out. If not, still going to be a cool clutch. Love anything banana, and so we're hoping for a lot of banana babies this year. Let me make sure you're adjusted and can see everything well, and I'll do my best to show you as I cut. But here we go with clutch number 3, 2024. A little snip on number 1, and let's see what we got. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. This is always the most fun. I know you guys like it too, to see what's in the eggs. So let's take a peek. Ooh, pretty. Definitely banana there. Can't really tell what this else. I'm going to say banana inchy, but I won't be able to tell really until it comes out of the egg a little better. But let's set this little one to the side into our clean tub so we don't get vermiculite all over them when they crawl out. And let's look at number 2. Try not to take too long here, but y'all know I like to talk and tell stories. But let's get just a good little window here and see what we've got. I like to give myself a little sneak peek. I like what I see so far. Hopefully you will too. Oh, boom, got it. And yet again, another banana, maybe a leopard banana, but we'll wait. We can't tell yet. Oh, easy. Get them over there in the other tub. Just right to the side here. All right, number 3. I don't know. I must have been doing something funny. I got these all out of order, sort of, but it doesn't really matter. I just tend to like to do it the same way. All right, number 3. What you got for me? Don't think. Ooh, not banana, but let's see what it is. All right, number 3 shall be revealed. Awesome. That is definitely leopard. Pastel leopard, maybe. Can't see the face. Really cool patterning from what I can see, but can't see. The nose is right there behind those little blood vessels. But unless he decides to stick his head out and show me, I don't want to mess with him too much. I don't think that's a clown, though. So far, I don't think any of them are, but without a better picture, it's hard to say for sure. So we'll just keep on going, and hopefully one of them will be obviously clown, and then we'll know we proved her out. But again, she's only 50% probability het clown, so it wouldn't be too surprising if she doesn't prove out. But you can always hope. This mom actually came from the first clutch I ever produced. Oh, that's a banana leopard. Pretty sure. And its nose is hiding right there. Can't see. I like to try and keep as much of the amniotic fluid, or yolk, some people call, in there as much as possible so they can absorb it. But leaking a little actually doesn't pose any harm to them. I was saying this female that was the mother of this clutch actually came from the first clutch I ever produced, and that clutch was supposed to be, any bananas should have been male, but out of 3 in that clutch, 1 was a female, and she actually went missing. She escaped. It's a long story, but before she ever even had a meal, she escaped. We lost her, and found her 2 weeks later. I'm going to say that's also leopard, pastel banana leopard, I think. Would be my guess just from what I can see. It's definitely lighter in color. That pastel gene, I believe. But again, there's only so much we can tell until they crawl out. But yeah, so she disappeared. I found her 13 days later, and I thought I was never going to find her, but the Lord was good, helped me find her. And then lo and behold, I sexed her and found out it was a female too. And I was like, she's staying here. But we have affectionately named her Houdini, the escape artist, because of the adventure we had with her. She's turned into a beautiful, beautiful girl. And here again, we have banana. That may be an all gener, but no clown. Still no clown. That's pretty. I can't wait to see that one crawl out. I'll set you right over here. So far, I think we're 5 for 6 on banana, so that's really good odds on the banana side of things. And looks like the leopard may be pretty strong in there too. But we'll reserve our judgments. The reality is I always say that, but then I'm always trying to guess and figure out what they are anyway. So forgive my spasticness, if you will. All right. Trying to get this one. All right, all the way through, and the reveal is, ta-da, beautiful coloring. We'll see when he crawls out, but that's a beautiful pattern. I love it. All right, last one. Number 8. Excuse me, little buddy. I can feel it moving around in there. Make that good pinch, so make sure there's no way that we clip our little baby with the scissors. And these are blunt tips, so once they're inside, even if I bump into it a little bit, which I usually don't, but if I do, I don't have to worry about it poking them. Nice and slow. All right, and number 8 revealed is, I don't know what. I don't think there's a leopard in there. Definitely pastel. No banana, so we'll just take a look and see when it comes out. Very, very bright, so definitely pastel in there. Maybe a pastel inchy, but we can tell better once we see it. But let me show you the whole clutch. These beauties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more bananas. Love it. And all these different combos should be pretty cool. And on top of that, they're also all 100% het clown. So anyway, some cool stuff in there. shoot me a comment, like the video if you would, and we'll take a look at the next one. All right, so here we are. This is our clutch for an Orange Dream Leopard pied het clown to a banana pinstripe yellow belly het pied. I produced this girl myself, and I'm really excited to see what she's done for us this year. A pretty small clutch, only 5 eggs, but hopefully odds have been pretty decent for me this year so far, so hopefully that trend will continue, and we'll get to see them all. I'm going to turn this around here just because it's better for me. I like to go in the order that I mark them. No particular reason to do that. I just like to. All right, so number 1. Okay, here we go. Come on, bamboo pied, please. Can't lie, I'm a little nervous. Come on. A little bit of difficulty here. All right, so you can see it with me. Oh, all right, we got a pied for sure. What? Oh, hey there, little one. What in the world? Now what? Now I may be crazy here. That almost looks like a clown head. There's no way. No way. I've got to be, maybe I'm losing my mind here. I actually had this male tested after a clutch from last year, and it came back negative for het clown. But this really, this really looks like a clown. Okay, I can't get too into that. I'm going to freak out too much. I've got to let this one crawl out and see what's really going on here. But I mean, am I crazy? I mean, of course I am a little bit crazy, but whoa, okay, all right, let's set this to the side. I don't want to speculate too much because I'm going to freak out a little bit, and who knows? All right, not a bamboo pied for sure, but if that turned out to be a clown pied, that would be insane, because neither of these that I know of would be het for clown. The father I suspected after something that showed up in a clutch last year, but like I said, I had it tested and it was negative. I don't know. We're just going to keep going. I'm probably wrong, and I'm just wishful thinking. I don't know. I'm freaking out a little bit. All right, so thanks for listening to me ramble, because if you clicked off the video, then you're not hearing me say thanks. So thanks for sticking in here. Let's see what number 2 holds. Well, I can see a belly. That's it. A little bit of nose. Hey there, little buddy. I just want to make sure. It almost looks like that umbilical cord could be wrapped around the body, but I can't really tell for sure. That would be bad news. All right, so pinstripe in there for sure. I'm going to set this aside for now, but I'm probably going to pull this one out and see what's going on here. I've never had a wrapped umbilical cord, but it really looks like it may be wrapped, which can be very bad. All right, I'm not going to do that on camera though. So we'll set this one to the side, and I'll probably take a closer look after I'm done. See if I can figure anything out there. Hopefully I'm wrong, and it's just the way it's laying. Anyway, all right, number 3. And I'm actually realizing now that I was talking earlier about not knowing that the dad was het clown. I completely spaced and was talking about the father of the dam to this clutch, not the male that I bred it with. The male I bred it with I know is het clown, 100%, but the mother would have had to get that from somewhere else. So we got another piebald here with some really orange spots. So I'm going to say probably orange dream. Hiding its head down in there, but we'll let it be. Oh, hey there, little buddy. And we'll check it out up close and personal later when they crawl out. Number 4. Sorry, I always ramble and these end up going long. But already a couple of weird things with this one that really caught me off guard. So I'll try and get through it here. Not much fluid left. These are definitely ready. And look at that. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. That is an OD leopard pied, I'm pretty sure. What's really bugging me though is we are 4 out of 5 in and I haven't seen a single bamboo. So we got a few pieds. We're doing good on the pieds, but not one bamboo, which is really kind of odd. So this is my last shot. I really, really would love to hit a bamboo pied. Man, come on. What's going to be in there is already in there, but please be what I'm searching for. All right, come on. All right. Last one. And appears to be a pied also. But I can't see anything else. So I can't see any pattern, color, anything. So it's going to make me wait. We'll see. Could it be the elusive bamboo pied? Potentially. Potentially it could be, but certainly can't tell for sure. All right, so let's slide these cute babies back over here. Just look at them. Hey, little fella. We got their nose out here. A little bit of nose from our mystery baby here. And these 3 are just holding tight. So I'm going to get these back in the incubator. I'll probably check that one out a little closer just to make sure nothing's wrapped there that needs attention. But thanks for tuning in. All right, so here we go. We're all ready. This is a banana pied het VPI axanthic that was bred to our VPI axanthic possible het pied. She's 66% probability of het pied. And we do have some pips here. So hopefully we're going to get pied proven in this clutch. Not holding my breath for it, but I am really hopeful that we can get axanthic pied or 2 here. But there's only one way to find out. So I've got 2 and 3 have pipped. I see a dark little nose there, so no banana on that one. But let's see what number 1's hiding. All right. Here we go. Nice and tight. So 6 chances here. Definitely some banana in this egg. I gotta be honest, axanthic is a very lightening gene, and I'm not sure what it looks like in banana. So this could be some interesting IDs here, but there's a little nanner. Hi. Taking his first breaths. Aren't you just adorable? Awesome. All right. Looks a little light. I'm wondering if that could be a banana axanthic, but I'm gonna try and hold off judgments until they're out of the egg and probably shed. but does look a little bit lighter than a typical banana, but it's hard to say. They do have some variation in themselves, and this egg has been kind of cut all up. Sorry, I'm cutting off the screen there. Oop, hey little buddy. Wow. You're like, what's going on? There we go. That looks like a wild type there. We'll, of course, we'll have to see. Will be 100% het pied for sure. All right. Now on to number 3. Who's also been trying to make their escape. All right. Oop. Another dark baby. Nose is right there. Doesn't look super dark, but again, we'll have to reserve our judgment here until we can see them a little better. Set you down right there. All right. Wow, this egg hasn't deflated at all. So we'll be real careful here and see what number 4's got going on. Wow. What we got? No banana. Looks like another wild type, but same thing, can't be sure until they come out. Since I've never produced axanthics, I don't really have firsthand experience with the different, how different they look at hatching. Because these do look lighter than a typical wild type to me, but we'll just have to reserve judgment. I know I always say that. I'm not very good at actually doing it though. Trying to solve the puzzle. So far, I don't see any that look to be pied. If mom was het pied, then half of these should be pied statistically. So if I don't get any, then I'm gonna say that she's probably not actually het pied. Another beautiful banana, very light. Also, so I think that might be banana axanthic, but we'll wait and see. All right, last one. Last chance to see if she really is het pied. I'm starting to think not, but there's only one way to find out. Well, I guess there's more than one way to find out, but I don't want to shed test her, not at this point. I figure 6 eggs, if I don't get any pieds, which it does not look like we did, that she's not het pied. We didn't hit that jackpot, but we got another wild type-ish. So we'll have to wait and see there. So let's take a look at all of them here. So 2 bananas out of the bunch. Not the best odds, but I can't complain with some of the other clutches that we've had a lot of success with. So some really cool looking patterns. I think wild types are gorgeous anyway, but we'll see if we've got some axanthics mixed in there. All right, well, that's it for today. Hey everybody, wasn't that cool? That was clutch number 5 of 2024, and I want to encourage you to be on the lookout for the update video from this clutch, because I don't know what's going on. Something weird happened with that clutch. I definitely didn't get the results I was looking for with those axanthics, but something strange happened once these babies all crawled out of the egg and they shed.
there was something that was just off, and I'm really scratching my head. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try and do some homework before now and then to see if I can find out what's going on with these babies, because what I see is not what I thought should be in there. So it's really cool looking. Hopefully I can figure it out before I do this update. But I did want to give you a bonus today, and we're going to cut one more egg because clutch 6 only had one egg survive. This was a weird clutch. We did a pull video a while back about it, where this first-time mom that I produced, she's absolutely gorgeous. She gave us a clutch of 7 eggs, but a couple of them were slugs, and 4 out of those, what looked at first glance like fertile eggs, were just weird. Like they had a weird constitution. They were really squishy instead of firm and kind of slimy. And so I put them in the incubator anyway, kept an eye on them. Of course, the ones with no veins went bad. So did the one that had very faint veins and a faint embryo, but it was just, I don't know, it was weird. I've never had eggs like that before, but we've got one little egg that looks like it's held on, and today is the due date. I don't see that it's pipped yet through the window on the incubator, so we're going to take it out and we're going to take a peek inside. I hope you enjoy.
All right, so we're going to try this with a little zoomed in look. I'm just realizing I forgot to take the press and seal off of this, but again, the pairing for this one was a leopard clown to my bamboo pinstripe yellow belly pastel inchy. At least that's what I think she is. A lot of different things going on there. So we've got 6 possible genes that could pass here, as well as it'll be het clown. So let's take a look here. Hopefully we've got a good healthy baby. Egg looks a little green, but looks like we're doing okay here. Hopefully we got one good healthy baby. So I'm gonna try and give you guys a close look here. And hopefully everything's good on the inside. Like I said, it's the first time I've ever gotten a clutch like that, so it's just really odd to me. And I don't know what to expect from this egg. I think I need to sharpen my scissors. Come on. All right, little baby. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Whoa, wait. Why do they always do this to me? Hopefully this will focus. Okay, we got reaction to touch, but I've got this little head here, but that pattern looks pretty crazy. I'm trying to see. It almost looks like there's no eye stripes, but little fella is not giving me much to go on. Definitely the bamboo got passed in here. Well, the good news is he's reacting to touch, appears to be healthy, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see on this one. So look out for the update video on this little guy, and we're going to have some fun. He looks like a stunner, though. Beautiful, beautiful baby. Looks healthy, thank goodness. And there he is. All right, so here we are, time to go. This is a bamboo inchy pinstripe to a pastel lesser. Nothing super fancy, but we're hoping for blue-eyed Lucistics out of this clutch. And we have 9 eggs. We'll need to kind of separate them here to start off with. Go ahead and get this one set up over here. So let's kind of, at this point, they should break right apart. Today is day 60, as I said, so they are more than ready. We've been getting a lot of them this year. I had a little bit of a fun time a couple days ago. The power went out for 6 hours, so that was fun. My UPS kept them incubating just fine for about 2 hours, and then it kicked off, and I had to switch over to a little power bank that I have, which kept me for about another 2 hours, and then I had to power it off my truck, which don't like to do, but thankfully I can. All right, so without too much talking, let's get into this and let's see what we get. Blue-eyed Lucistics are always a favorite, so we're hoping for lots of blue-eyed Lucies. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. Not a Lucy, but a beauty nonetheless. Definitely some bamboo in there. Very yellow head. So it'll be interesting to see once it crawls out what pattern we got there. Hey, little buddy. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. That was so rude of me. I'm sorry. All right. Lots of eggs. Let me try not to get too bogged down on each one. I know you guys have important things to do today. You want to see the snakes and then get back to whatever it is you're doing. All right. Ooh. Looks pretty. Not a blue-eyed Lucistic, but does look pretty from what I can see so far. And look at that. Looks like a pastel lesser maybe. Again, a little hard to say for sure until it comes out. No little noggin. Sorry, buddy. I know. Who's poking you? You're like, what? What's going on? All right. Pretty, pretty. One bamboo, one non-bamboo so far. Let's see what number 3 holds. Bell, bell, bell. Come on. We got lesser in one. We got bamboo in the other. This one we need bamboo and lesser, and we'll be right as rain. But it doesn't look like we got it from what I can see. All right. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure you're pretty anyway. Ooh. Nice and bright. I'm going to guess just by what I can see that might be a pastel inchy, but hard to say until we get them out. The good thing is moving and happy. Sorry, I'm looking at my watch. Son has basketball practice in a little bit, but I needed to get these done before I can take him, or at least I'm trying to. All right. Give myself a little sneak peek. I'm sorry, it's kind of cheating, but hey, I can do that if I want to, right? Because that looks like, it's interesting. It definitely looks like a bell, but I can see pattern in the side right here very, very faintly. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but I can see a very faint pattern. But it looks like our first blue-eyed Lucistic. How you doing, little buddy? I see your face. Come boop. Sorry. Interesting. That one has an interesting look to it. It's always fun to check these out and see the little different things that make them unique. From one year to the other, from one clutch to the next. We did this pairing last year too. I'll have to look back and see what we got from it last year. I know that I didn't get nearly as many blue-eyed Lucies as I had hoped, but I've got a few more. Ooh, that's a bamboo. Pretty. I love bamboo. Just wait till y'all see the update from the last clutch I cut, which was a 1-egg clutch. By the time this video comes out, I may have already done an update on that one. That one was just crawled out yesterday, but it is quite possibly the best bamboo I've ever produced, which is saying a lot because I've produced some really cool bamboo stuff, at least in my opinion. But this one I got in clutch 6 might be the winner. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. Definitely can see pattern, so I don't think it's a Lucy, but it looks really light. Oh, hey there, buddy. One of them's peeking out at me. I'm going to try not to poke you in the nose because you're cute. And you're looking at me. And if I poke your nose, you might stop. They can understand me, by the way. Just in case you were wondering, that's why I talk to them, because they can understand me. At least that's what I tell myself. All right. Man, it is warm in here. And I am sweating. So, egg 7, still not, that looks like an inchy pin. And we'll have to see what else when it crawls out. Inchy pin something. I'll tell you what, that egg number 6 really is a little puzzling. Just 2 more. Whew! Warm in here. So once I get the last one cut, I'll show you at least what we can see of them all together in this other bin. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, I always separate them into another bin so that when they crawl out of the egg, they don't get covered in the vermiculite that I hatch the eggs in, this stuff here, because it makes a wonderful mess. Oh, it looks like another bell. Finally. But again, I feel like I can see this faint pattern. So that's going to be really, really, really curious as to what... Hey, buddy. He just took a big breath. That's cool. I need to get a second camera that can watch them while I'm doing this. It's a good idea. So that I can capture these cool moments to share with you. That guy just seems like he's enjoying breathing air. Pretty cool. Maybe he'll still be doing that when I finish this egg and I show him to you. I'm trying to hurry, but be careful and safe at the same time. Sorry if I'm feeling a little silly, sounding a little silly. I didn't sleep much last night. Look at that bamboo. Would you just look at that? Just look at it. That is gorgeous. I know. See the umbilicus right there, but he is moving. Hey, buddy, you're sticking your head out even further. All right, y'all hang on. I'm about to show you this little cute guy with his nose out. Hey, buddy, don't be scared. Oh, he's moving it back in a little bit, but there we go. Oh, there's the full clutch. And we can see our little bell at the top there starting to stick his head out. Other one over there still being shy. So not the greatest in terms of the blue-eyed Lucistic odds, with only 2, it looks like, out of 9 eggs. But fortunately, we have 2 more clutches this year that can give us bells. So we'll just have to see. But this little guy has been very curious and breathing, seems to be enjoying breathing air. They're cool. Awesome, beautiful. They all look great. So what more could you ask for? All right, folks, here's the clutch. This is, I think it's, well, it was 10 eggs, but this is actually our mom that became egg bound. We ended up getting 9 of the eggs. The 9th egg went bad because it came late. There's something about when they lay those eggs that if they stay in for very long, they go bad. Anyway, the 10th one, I had to end up draining the fluid out of it to get it to pass. But these are 8 eggs left from that mom. Hopefully they're all good. They look great, but the pairing was a bamboo black pastel pinstripe yellow belly to our lesser pewter. Pastel cinnamon is known as pewter, so we have lesser pewter here. So should be some great looking babies one way or the other, but let's take a look. Oh yeah, we got multiple pips. Looks like all but about 2 of them have pipped. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that have pipped. I know these you probably can't see, but there's just little slits in the egg where these babies have been trying to start coming out, and we got a little nose there. Little bitty nose. Hey, buddy. All right, so you know me, I like to go in order, so let's start with number 1 here and see what we got. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Got a little reaction there. Whew. Got a little gnat in here that's buzzing around and annoying me. All right. Careful, little baby. And we have, ooh, so pretty. Not a bell. At first I thought maybe it was a bell, but looks like definitely bamboo pinstripe, maybe a bamboo pewter, which I've created before and they look absolutely outstanding. Of course, all I can see is a little bit of back pattern. So cool. All right, and we got a little tip of the tail there, so hopefully that tells you a little bit. But let's set him over and let's keep moving right along. We'll enjoy it each step of the way. But come on, bells. Oh, look at this one. Sticking his nose out there. Blowing bubbles. Isn't that cool? See if we can get it to focus. Anyway, so let's see. Hey, little buddy, I'm gonna give you a little more space, okay? So we know from 1 and 2 are not blue-eyed Lucies, and number 4 and 8 are not blue-eyed Lucies. So, so far, not looking at great blue-eyed Lucistic odds, unfortunately, but that's not that bad anyway. I can't cut a straight line. Ooh, wow, this one looks very similar to the first one, but darker. So maybe that may be a bamboo black pewter, which is black pastel cinnamon, or I'm sorry. Yeah, black. No, I'm getting confused. Black pewter is pastel, black pastel. Black pastel cinnamon is an 8-ball, which is all black. I can see him kind of moving around in there. I'm wondering, oh, I saw an eye briefly. I kind of want him to come out here and see us. Come breathe. I can see his eye just below the surface. Come on. Like that's going to work. Oh, it's working. Come here. Oh, focus. Look at this. Bloop. Hey, little one. Welcome to the world. Little tongue flick. He's blowing bubbles. So cool. Look at that beauty. Come on, focus, please. Doesn't look like it's focusing to me. Hopefully it is. But what a cool little dude. Hey, I'm going to set you over here next to your sibling. Oh, you're going to go back into your shell? That's okay. That's okay. Let's see who number 3 is hiding. Sorry. I do get a little excited. Now there are a couple little slits here, but we'll make our own. Once again, not a blue-eyed Lucistic, so not hitting those lesser odds great and the bamboo together, but this does have lesser in it. I can already tell. Ooh, whoa. Some of those blood vessels, those aren't actually connected to the snake. Don't worry, no harm. That red stuff is not from the baby, I promise. But we got some kind of really nice pattern, lesser. No pinstripe for sure. I'm guessing maybe pastel, maybe even black pastel lesser. But we'll see when it crawls out. Hey, little buddy, you got your head out again. I love it when they do that. I know I kind of nerd out a little bit there when they stick their heads out, but it's just so cute. It's one of the cutest things. All right, little buddy, there you go. Thank you. Sorry, trying to get his nose back in there. I can get a clear cut here. All right. Man. All right. Just a little hole and bubbles all over the place. This actually looks like a wild type. Maybe yellow belly potentially, but I can't really see any of the sides. I don't see any flaming, but with all those genes, what's that? 7 different possible genes, 256 possible combinations, and it looks like we got a wild type there. So sometimes the odds really stack up nicely, and sometimes you get rare odds that are what some people would call normal. Classic sounds better to me, or wild type. They look like you would most commonly find in the wild. And here we go, this is a beautiful one, but still no blue-eyed leucistic. So we've got, maybe best case scenario, we got 2 more chances of a blue-eyed leucistic, because we already know number 8 is not one. So, and this almost looks like another wild type. We'll have to see when it crawls out. I can't see a head or anything, but definitely looks brighter than the other one a little bit. So it could be a pastel. I don't think it's a lesser. Oh, he's sticking his nose out. Yeah, let me see if you got a V on your head, buddy. I'm thinking yellow belly because there is some flaming on the sides there, but we'll see. So just like that, you know, sometimes I can't complain at all because I have gotten some really, really great animals this season so far. I've had some great odds on some of these clutches. So this one doesn't look like it's a very good odds clutch for the genes, but that's okay. They all are beautiful. They're all special. I love them all. And what in the world? So here we got another one that is a black pastel something, I think, pretty sure. And I can really see where the umbilicus is attached on this one. Probably, from what I can tell, probably a single black pastel there. So again, we're really not hitting a whole lot of the genes on this one, and we're down to number 7, which remains our only hope for a blue-eyed leucistic from this clutch. So gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed because I really wanted to see a bunch of blue-eyed Lucies. I have one more blue-eyed Lucy clutch still coming this season. But if we don't get any out of this one, that'll be disappointing. Just to be honest. But I'm still happy with these babies. Nope, not a blue-eyed leucistic. Another bamboo pinstripe of some sort. Which I love bamboos. This one is so much lighter. It has less pattern. These are going to make things a little confusing for me. But sometimes when you get that variety, it actually makes it easier to sort out the genes and how they interact with each other. And so having 3 bamboos that all look different might help us understand the gene progression a little easier. And here we go, our last little baby, number 8. Let me get in here, buddy. We want to take a look. You got a pretty little face, but let's see what the rest of you looks like. Well, not all of you, but ooh, pretty looking snake. I'm gonna guess, just on what I can see, that this is probably a black pastel lesser. But again, it's hard to say for sure, but that's what I'm leaning towards until it crawls out. So let me set him back over here and let's show you the full clutch, at least what we can. And trying to zoom in here a little bit for you guys. Take my glove off. Give you a better look here. So once again, not the greatest odds, no bells, which we were certainly hoping for out of 8 eggs, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, so here we go. Let's get into this. Orange Dream, Leopard, Pied, Het Clown to Orange Dream, Het Clown, and let's see what we've got. Oh, I saw some heads out earlier and they're hiding now. Let me grab a couple paper towels since this does get kind of messy sometimes. Hey there, little buddy. You are definitely not a clown. I'm sorry. I know you got vermic all over your face. All right. So 1, 2, and 3 have pipped. 4, 5, and 6 have not. So let's get this little baby out, number 1, and we'll start here. And I'm going to try my best to keep it on camera the whole time. I'm not, I get distracted trying to be careful cutting, and I oftentimes will come off the camera without realizing it. So thank you for being patient with me and understanding. All right. Can't really tell much. I'm gonna say that's probably an OD. Definitely looks brighter than your typical wild type, but I can't see a head. All right, well, we'll put this one over here. We'll move to number 2. Hey there, buddy. You got some light coloration on your head. I know. Can you get back in there, or are you stuck? Man, I'm sorry. That's all over your face. Here, hang on, buddy. Let's see how dirty his face is. That's why I moved them to a different container to finish crawling out. Very gentle here to try and free his head. There we go. All right, there you go, buddy. But make sure I don't nick him or anything. Again, this one's obviously not a clown. So 0 for 2 on clowns so far. Number 2 honestly looks just like a normie, a wild type, but he did have some light coloration on that head. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and our other little buddy's sticking his head out. There, now. Again, looks lighter. I'm thinking OD there, but I can't tell for sure. Doesn't look leopard from what I can see. But let's look at number 3. And hope we see a clown here. I could tell its head was out earlier, but I couldn't see it well enough to determine. I'm seeing something with a more of a kind of a different pattern, but let's see here. Ooh, and that is a clown. Looks very interesting. Hey, buddy. What are you? Doesn't look like the OD clown we got last year, but it's definitely lighter. I think it might be just a normal clown. Just a single expression clown. Het pied, of course. But we'll put little buddy to the side. Hopefully leopard in there, but I can't tell from what I can see so far. But hey, at least a visual, so that's nice. And let's see what our 3 hide and seekers have in store for us. Sorry, that was a little weird verbiage there. Did I mention I'm tired? I really love the reptile shows. They're a lot of fun, but man, they can take it out of you. All right, we got an orange dream here, I think. Definitely not clown. Doesn't look leopard either. Not giving us a lot to go on though. There is some kind of funky pattern there. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, come on. Last 2 be clowns, please. That would be great. I'll be happy with 1 out of 2, but if both of them are, that'd be awesome. Ooh, I'm guessing leopard here because I can see some wild pattern. So up here looks pretty normal, but this pattern here definitely looks jaggedy. So I'm guessing it's a leopard. Doesn't look OD, does not look clown. Guessing it's just a leopard. Maybe OD leopard, possibly. But I think just leopard. We'll have to wait and see. The more I look at the 4th egg, the more I think that's a leopard too. But I don't think we got a het clown or got a visual clown in that one either. Well, I'm pretty confident in that. It does not look clown-like at all from what I can see. So last shot. Come on, baby. All right, I got to cheat on this one. I like what I see so far. the brightest one of the bunch so far, but I cannot tell. Is that your head right there? Nope, it's not. I think OD Leopard for well, I won't say for sure, but I'm pretty confident of that, but it doesn't look clown-like. So I don't think this is a clown. I think we only get one clown out of the bunch, but we'll give you what you can see of them as much as we can. So definitely some cool ones. It doesn't look like we hit our long shot, but still be excited to see them when they roll out. All right, so here we go. I'm going to try and get you guys a little closer this time, but hopefully I don't get the eggs off of the camera while I'm doing it. Dang gnats in here. Impossible to get away from where I live. But again, this is banana pied het VPI axanthic to a het pied. And we discovered through earlier clutches this season that Dad seems to have the leopard gene and also possibly pastel. So maybe more possibilities here than we thought. But let's go ahead and get right into it. It is day 60, so it's hatching day. And I don't have any pips that I see. These three, if you watched the original video, these three I left together. So we'll just kind of gently separate them. That's kind of why they're out of order there. But getting water all over the place. I'm going to turn these around. We'll do them one at a time. And hopefully, if y'all can see that, we'll see lots of pied babies. 50% chance. So roughly 50% of these should be. Man, this egg is still so plump and full. Probably be a lot of oozing on this one. But these are day 60, so it is time to go ahead and check on these babies. Boop, and I am making a mess. I see banana. Hopefully I didn't take away the suspense there. Dun dun. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can't tell for sure, but definitely banana. Maybe pastel. Shouldn't be there, but I think it is. Can't see the head, which would help make it easier, but let's go ahead and move little one over. Definitely don't see any pied markings. Pied markings? Yeah, I said that right. Sorry, felt like I misspoke, but I actually didn't. Sometimes low white can hide, but I don't think that's a pied. I think it's just a banana. Should be male, but we'll find out in a few days. Number 2, what you got for me? Let's see. Okay. Again, does not look like pied in there from what I can see. But this is a leopard for show. The show for show. I can see that a little bit of blushing on the head and a little bit of wacky pattern. So that's a leopard. Of course, all these will be het pied for sure, and possible het VPI axanthic. So far, we got one banana, we got one leopard, we got no pied. So, man, this one is also not shrunken in at all. These stay good and humidified throughout incubation. So let's see what we got here. Can we get our first pied in lucky number 3? Third time's the charm, right? Can't cut straight, but nope. Does not appear to be pied from what I can see, but it is another leopard. I don't know if it's coming through, but you can see this kind of almost like ovally lightning pattern on the head. That's a good indicator for leopard, but also the pattern. The pattern from what I can see doesn't look too crazy, but I can tell that's a leopard. All right. Number 4. All right. we got some catching up to do here. Really counting on some pieds from this clutch. So far, we have not gotten there. And it looks like we missed yet again. I know this female is het pied for sure. She's proven out in the past. We've got another like light colored banana here. So again, I don't want to, can't really say for sure until it gives us a little bit better view. Oh, I got to stretch my back bending over like this. I'm an old veteran. I have a bad back, but we do it for the babies. Come on, pied. I have had really pretty good odds so far this year, so I can't complain, but I really would like to see some pieds here soon. And it looks like I asked and received a lot, not much pattern, but this is going to be a banana pied at least. I can see just a little bit on the back of his head and a little spot there. So we've definitely got banana pied there. Yay! All right, little buddy. Whew! All right. Sorry, I'm huffing and puffing. I sound like an old out of shape man. Is that what y'all tune in for, to hear me huffing and puffing? Had to drive a lot today, so my back is a little stiff, but ain't no rest for the weary. We got to get this done and see what these babies are. Make sure they're okay. And we got another pied there. Butamus. Can't see much, but I know that looks really disturbing. One of the blood vessels in the egg kind of ruptured there, and it looks like there's blood all over, but the baby is completely fine. Little snoot peeking out there. I can't see much. I suspect that may be a leopard pied, even though I can't see enough to say that definitively. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. All right. So rough, slow start, but we've done good with 2 in a row. It'd be really nice if we could, be really nice if we could make a clean sweep here. All right, the roll continues. We are on a roll with another pied. Another, I think, banana pied. I think. Again, can't see much, but I do feel like I see a little bit of light pattern there. All right. Unstick these here. Oh, one of the bananas is moved a little bit. I can now see his eye like he's looking at me. He's giving me the side eye. This egg, texture of this egg feels a little different. It seemed a little more leathery than the others. And we have another pied, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is a leopard pied. The head should help us get a little bit more determination. But how about that? How about this comeback? 4 out of 4. So if we missed on the first 4 and now we've had 4 in a row. Man, if we could make this a clean sweep, that would be cool. That would be super cool. Whew. I don't know if that spot was just a little different feeling because it had, maybe that was where it was connected to egg 10 before I separated them. This one also feels a little different. And not bad different, just different. Sorry, I'm cutting off the off screen again. And what about this? Look at there. Yet another pied. So really slow start. Can we get a clean sweep on the last 6? That's a banana pied of some type. For show. And our final baby, number 10. All right, here we go. Bring it home, baby. Unbelievable. Look at there, folks. Another pied. So 6 in a row. Can't tell for sure. I'm leaning towards pastel leopard pied on this one from what I can see. But again, we'll let them crawl out and that will make it easier to determine. Let's switch here to see our babies. Look at our little... And this one, when I cut, I said I think is a leopard pied. Now that I can see its head's out a little more, I can see that kind of leopard head pattern there. So I'm pretty sure I was right there. But look at these crazy babies. 4 for 4, and then, or missed on 4 of 4, and then clean sweep for the last 6. What an awesome clutch. Well, here we go. We are back here. Now this is an OD leopard pied het clown to our one of our pastel clowns. We did this pairing last year and got some really great results. But OD leopard pied het clown to pastel clown. Looks like we got a couple of pips and one really cool looking head to start off with. Hey baby, aren't you gorgeous? Woo. Can't wait. Let's see what we got. I'm going to see if I can do it without startling this little one that's got its head out so y'all can enjoy that view while we're going. All right, number 1. Always love it when you pick up the egg and you can feel a little guy moving inside. Whoop. And let's see number 1 for the reveal. And look at that. Believe, hey little buddy, I believe that's a leopard het clown, but I can't say for sure, obviously. Not that much of a picture, but we got started there. Maybe while we're going, little fella will peek his nose out for us. All right, let's move to number 2, who was the first one to pip. So when I could see through the glass, and one of his siblings had to come check it out too. All right, little buddy. Hey there. Oh, he's like, what's going on out here? Hey, monkey. Oh, don't go away. I want to see that head. That was definitely a clown. From what I could see, a leopard clown. Maybe an OD leopard clown. So I kind of teased y'all with this one last year if you were watching back then, and I wouldn't tell what the pairing was until we cut the clutch. Well, he was adventurous at first, but now he's feeling shy. But it looks like a leopard clown, or maybe even an OD leopard clown. Certainly would love to get an Orange Dream leopard, or more so, a super Orange Dream leopard would be... Oh, no, never mind. This is not a super. Ignore that. It's been a long day, and sometimes I say dumb things. So this one obviously has some pastel in it. Come on, little boy. Oh, I went out of order. Oops. You're just so pretty, I couldn't help myself. And we're not going to get much more than that. Definitely a pastel clown of some variety. Maybe some more in there. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the rest holds. All right, let's skip backwards to number 3. Wasn't personal, little buddy, I promise. Oh, how's everybody doing today? The day I'm cutting these eggs is a Monday. The video won't come out today, obviously, but it's a Monday. It has been a Monday. Oh, we got one that's a little upside down here, but moving. Definitely pastel clown in there. I think from what I can see, which is pretty sweet. Oh, I was about to say I can't see the head, but look, little monkey says, "Hey, what's going on out here? Hey, buddy." This air is nice, isn't it? Not all the way out, but I'm pretty sure we have another pastel clown combo. And our little leopard over here, leopard clown, I'm going to go with OD leopard clown, just because that head stamp is pretty bright. But we'll have to wait and see. But he's got his head back out, so hopefully I'll be able to pan over another shot and show you guys. So cute. They're all so cute. Just checking out the world for the first time. All right, I'm going to try and keep it on the camera. This one feels a little weird, but he's moving around there, so that's a good sign. All right, number 5 is a leopard, I think. Leopard het clown, looks like. No pastel. Not a clown visually, obviously. And I don't think OD. I think it's just a leopard. We will patiently, or somewhat patiently, wait to see. Hopefully in the next 2 days they'll all crawl out and give me a better glimpse. And then I'll have to try not to guess until they shed. You guys, if you've watched before, you already know, but if you're joining us for the first time, I'm not that good at not guessing. I do it every time. I say I'm not going to, and I do anyway. We've got another little baby here. Not a clown. Could be an OD. Don't think so. Might be a leopard. Another one we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. So hopefully, well, I guess y'all don't have much choice, but hopefully you're better at that than I am. All right, number 7. We're getting there. We're almost there. You got some siblings waiting to meet you, buddy. All right, so we got 3 clowns in a row and then 2 non-clowns. Let's see if we can get back on the clown train here. This was like pushing the egg up, shell up as I try and cut it. Look, oh my goodness. Look at that. Come on, I hope it's focusing. That pattern is just like completely washed out here. Definitely another clown, like ask and you shall receive. So gives us great odds. Looks like another pastel OD clown to me, but again, try not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I'm pretty sure that's an OD pastel OD, however you should say that. I don't know why pastel always seems like it should come first, even though it's not alphabetically, but pastel OD, clown, maybe leopard. We'll have to wait and see. And last but not least, let's check out number 8. Not a clown. Can't see any head there. Hey buddy, you want to come see me? Definitely some lightning and flaming on the sides. Might be another leopard. Possibly orange dream, but we'll try our best to just take it as they come and wait patiently. So again, beautiful animals, cute little schnoots, but I'd like to see y'all a little closer. Let me just try and zoom in real close, or real quick for you guys. Let y'all see it up close. And there we are. Looks like we hit the odds about perfect. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 clowns and 4 non-clowns. So 50-50 chance, and we followed the odds this time. But can't wait to see them come out. All right, so here we go. Here's our clutch. Here's our little mystery egg that we don't know how it's doing. I'm going to actually do it last. Of course, I got to create a little suspense and excitement for you. mean, you could fast forward if you want to, but let's wait and see together. This will be the first little warning. Of course, I don't know what to expect. There could be something wrong with that baby potentially. I don't know. I haven't taken the cover off. I didn't cheat and look ahead or anything. So we're going to truly find out together. This clutch is a pied female to an OD leopard pied het clown male. And again, this was the first clutch that was pulled while I was out of the country. So hopefully we got some good stuff here. Does not look like any have pipped. And of course, it was egg number 1 is the one set off to the side. So let's get started and hope for the best. Boop. All right. So all of these will be pieds, since it was pied to pied visually. And we've got a little pied baby there, obviously. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I thought it was dead the way its head was bobbing back and forth, but I touched it and it definitely reacted strongly. Whew, don't scare me like that, little buddy. I'll try to reserve judgment until it's out of the egg. Definitely looks like we might have leopard in there, but hard to say for sure. All right. Number 3. Number 3. All right. Ooh, whoa. Wow. This is a very light and broken up pattern. Very intriguing. This clutch is, we had one last year from this clutch that looked like it had some kind of mystery gene to it. And made it look a little different than all the other babies. So looks like we might have that mystery appearance as well. It might be a gene. It may just be, you know, the way that, it's called polymorphism. You have the same morphs, but they just look different. Just like you have in humans to an extent, you know. But it'll be interesting to see when these come out. Come on. I'm like getting stuck on something. All right. Can't see much. Just a little bit of pattern there. They're going to make us wait. All right. Sorry, this is taking a while. Trying to hurry so we can get to that last baby and see how things are. Once again, can't see much. All right, well, these ones are not playing along nicely today. Oop, I'm going to take a quick pause.
All right, sorry about that. Something came up that I had to step away and address, and now let's get back into it. see what we got. Not much to go on, just a little nose. Like I said, we know these are all going to be pieds. This one has a little weird spot on the end of it. It's kind of similar to what was going on with this standalone egg, but obviously to a much less extent. Number 7. I just realized I took my mic off. Another pied. Sorry, this one's kind of anticlimactic, and until they crawl out, can't really tell what's going on.
Oh, sorry about that. I realized just now that I had taken my mic off when I had to take that little intermission, and I forgot to put it back on. So sorry about that if you can't hear me very well. We're almost there. But again, we know they're all pieds. They could be pieds. They could be orange dream pieds. They could be leopard pieds or orange dream leopard pieds. Got some color on that one, but still not a whole lot. They're not giving us much to go on. All right, next to last one, and then we'll see what's going on in the leaky egg. Come on. Doing all right, Owen? Can't tell again. All right. Rearrange my eggs here a little bit, and then let's take a look. So I'm going to take a look at this last egg now. I don't know what to expect, so you may want to. Well, I guess this is viewer discretion advised. I really don't know what I'm going to find inside this egg. It doesn't look super great, but it looks possible. So you can see on the end here is where the mold started to grow. I used the glue, the butcher paper kind of help hold it together, it looks like, but we'll see for sure in just a second here. Again, I don't know what I'll find in here, so your viewer discretion advised. If you're sensitive to something might be wrong, you might want to turn away. Let me bring this back over here and cut over the big box. Sorry about that. Oh, hoping for the best. I can see the baby. Looks like it's fully formed. I got a little resistance there, but it's not moving much. So it's hard to tell. Once again, we'll have to see if it crawls out. All right, so as you can see here, this is a Mojave female to a bamboo black pastel pinstripe yellow belly male. He is a stud and has given me some amazing babies throughout the year. Typically the male comes first, but since my wife and son took this clutch or pulled this clutch for me while I was out of the country, they just wrote it backwards. No big deal. There were originally, I believe, 7 eggs or 8 eggs in this clutch. One was a slug. One was a little boob egg that had no veins, so they tossed it, which is fine. I always like to incubate those anyway until they go bad, but we won't fault them for not knowing. And it looks like we've got about 4 pips here. Please forgive me, as my memory is not rock solid of the cutting of this clutch when it occurred. Thankfully that was a couple weeks ago. So me trying to be proactive back then, and my memory is failing me now. But anyway, we're going to get into this clutch together. For whatever reason, this day I felt like doing it a little different and going backwards. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm a little neurotic sometimes about going in order. No specific reason, it just seems right to me. So I do that. But on this day, I decided let's go in reverse order and see what's here. So this first egg you can see here, the baby obviously is interested in what's going on. He's moving around, he's checking it out. And this is a beautiful black pastel. And you can see him kind of flicking his tongue there. He's sticking his nose out of the egg and taking his first breaths, which I just think is so cool. I love it when that happens. Very neat. And thankfully today, or the day that I took this video, I was able to keep this egg in the camera's view for the most part the whole time. I get focused on the eggs as I'm cutting, and as you know, I oftentimes will have the egg or the baby off the screen, and I'm telling you to look at something you can't see. So thank you for being patient and understanding. As I do that, I'm just easily distracted by what's in front of me, and so I do apologize, but I thank you guys for your grace, because none of you have ever complained. And if you have, you didn't comment about it, so I don't know. So thank you either way. But on that note, as we cut this one, I will say I do love to see you guys' comments. I always try to read every comment and respond in some form or fashion. So taking a little sneak peek at egg number 5 here, as I had it slightly off the camera, you can see this looks pretty cool. You can see some really rich orange in here. There's a lot more pixelation, and there's flaming up the sides of the snake in those darker patterns. That's because this is a black pastel yellow belly, and the two genes both kind of add pixelation well, yellow belly lightens with a kind of yellow, whereas black pastel brings in some oranges, and when they work together, the yellow belly really just makes that orange pop and highlights it even better. So that's a good looking snake. And now for number 4, we could see its little nose sticking out there. So obviously that was not a blue-eyed Lucistic. So 3 out of 6 eggs so far, and no blue-eyed Lucies. But that's okay. This egg, I could tell by the nose, is something lighter. So it certainly has the bamboo gene, which if you've watched many videos, you know is one of my favorites. I've always been a big fan of bamboo. That was the first stud male I ever bought, was a bamboo combo. No recessives that we knew of, but we found out later that he does in fact carry a recessive trait and is het for cryptic, which means that all of the babies in this clutch have a 50% chance of carrying that het cryptic gene also. You can see a beautiful bamboo here, bamboo black pastel, I believe. But after he shed, he looked even better. This is like I said, a couple weeks ago that I cut this clutch, and just trying to catch up on things here, as everything's been so busy with over 100 babies in the hatchling rack so far this year. This is clutch 15, so we have clutch 16, 17, and 18 left after this. Yeah, it's just crazy the amount of work that these babies can produce. And here we go, definitely lighter, but again, we missed on blue-eyed Lucistic, but we got another great bamboo combo here. And I'm going to tell you, both these bamboos, once they got out of the egg and they had their first sheds, they just look awesome. So much better even than what you can tell here. And so look out for those updates. I don't have any update videos recorded yet. I know I need to get on that. Things have just been so crazy. But anyway, we'll keep going through here, and we'll hope that one of these last 2 eggs holds a blue-eyed Lucistic for us. but you can already start to see that this one is another miss on the Bell genes. Doesn't have either of them, but let's see what we do have, if I can talk. And you can see this actually kind of looks very similar to a wild type coloration, but if you look a little closer, you can see some of this pixelation in the alien heads. And if you notice the black portion of the belly, you can see some of the flaming coming up the sides, which is indicative of a yellow belly. And as this little guy pokes his head out here to say hello to us for the first time and take his first breaths, you can see that blushing on the head there helps to confirm that it is in fact a yellow belly. A lot of times yellow bellies will have like almost a perfect V on their head, a blushed out V. Some people say it looks like a heart. This guy, not so much. It's a little bit more faded and not as distinct, but still helps us to ID. And this is a beautiful combo. Be a nice little pet for somebody. I wouldn't typically expect this to be a breeder, but a great pet that looks sort of like the classic, but with a little bit more flair. So here we are. We're finally made it to our last egg, egg number 1. And as you can already see, probably, we once again missed the blue-eyed Lucistic. We have no blue-eyed Lucies in this clutch, but this baby is a beautiful male Mojave pinstripe. And Mojave pinstripe can kind of be tricky because if you first look at it, pinstripe a lot of times takes out a lot of the alien heads and really has a lot of lining, like sharp, thin lining in the patterns. And the Mojave kind of sort of takes that back more towards a traditional pattern. Still distinct, so it's relatively easy to tell once you know what to look for. But anyway, that is a Mojave pinstripe, and that one is actually already spoken for and just needs one more meal before it's ready to go to its new owner. All of these babies have taken first meals, and they're doing great. Everybody's healthy, happy, and look at them. Aren't they just cute? Unfortunately, no blue-eyed Lucistics here. I just always love the bells. They're so beautiful, and we had some really, really great odds this year on different clutches that we've had, so I can't complain. But when it comes to the blue-eyed...
All right, everyone. So what's up? I can't wait to open this lid and share it with you. We only have 2 more clutches this season after this one. So this is actually a leopard clown bred to a spot nose, possible red stripe het clown. And, of course, we're looking for hopefully some Batman combos here. Oh, look, one's already out of the egg. Holy shnikes. Sweet looking baby too. Wow, that I was not expecting. So this is probably number 6 here, which was the one I saw pipped yesterday. And we got a few more with their heads out. You can see them there. So cool. I actually realized, and this is kind of crazy, but hey there, little buddy. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this here. And that's not a visual clown. That's a leopard spot nose, I guess. To be honest with you, I've never produced spot nose before. But look at this. Oh, I'm not even on the camera. Man, that's terrible. Y'all should have told me. Sorry, I was too busy looking at him. I couldn't see where I had him. Man, gorgeous. I think this is the first time I've had one completely crawl out of the egg before any of the others have even, before all of them have even pipped. I think that's a little girl, but man, she's pretty. Can you sit over here for a minute while we check on your brothers and sisters? As I was starting to say, before I got so distracted, I actually realized partway through the season that I had intended to pair this female to a different male. But hey, we got what we got, so we're gonna hope for the best and check it out. This should still be a good pairing. Obviously, any of these that aren't visually clowns will be het for clown. So we'll start with number 1, and then we'll start pulling these little babies apart and see what we've got. But I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this little monkey over there because, man, she is checking the place out. She's all over the place. So what fun. That was a nice surprise. That was pretty cool. So let's see what's in lucky egg number 1 here. Looking for a clown, please. And sometimes it helps when you ask and say please. Looky there. So can't see the head, but hey, stay in there. That is definitely a leopard clown. I'm almost positive. But we'll have to wait. I'm going to have to actually get out a tub to set this one. Oh, hey there, little buddy. Another one making its appearance. Coming out to see what all the hubbub is about. But since that one's already all the way out, I'm going to have to set up a tub for her. Sorry, little ones, just pulling this one apart. Oh, man, this is cool. I was not expecting that. It's still making me laugh. We'll check out number 2, but I'm actually going to have to set up a tub for that one. I don't want to throw it back in the incubator to come out when it's already ready. Interesting. They can keep you on your toes. Especially, oop. Okay. Looky here, looky here, looky here. It's another clown. Stay in there. Definitely a leopard clown. Is it spot nose? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm leaning towards yes, but we'll have to see when it crawls out. Man, this is exciting. I'm still going to try and go in order if I can. Hey, little buddy, I'm going to pull you apart here and give you a little more freedom. Oh, that's so cute. I mean, it's dirty, but how cute that is. Some people are scared of these little monkeys. Hey, buddy. All right. Yep, we're going to give you some more freedom. Don't you worry. Y'all are ready. This is another first-time mom. So pretty great results from a first-time mom. And even though she was on the smaller side, I don't have any real small breeders, but she was one of the smaller ones. She still gave us 8 eggs. Awesome. Oh, you look so beautiful. Stick your little noggin out now. I want to see. All right. So complete full disclosure here. This mom was sold as a possible red stripe. I've had some tell me she was. I've had some tell me nope, not. So I don't really know. We will see. I don't have any other red stripe stuff. So we'll let them come out and try to determine if we can find it in there. So far, I really like what I'm seeing from this clutch. Even if I did accidentally put a different male than I had originally intended to. Things so far still look great. Ooh, ooh, that was a little stuck there. Hey, buddy, that's another clown, leopard for sure. Yes. Is that 4 in a row? Yeah, that's 4 eggs that we've cut. The only one so far that hadn't been a visual clown is the one that came out on his own. Man, love it. Y'all are beautiful. Oh, this is cool. All right, let's see number 5. This is, I think, the first clutch this season that I didn't set. No, I think there's one other that I didn't separate up to this point, but thankfully I've had enough. I'm kind of losing track. Oh, barely got the snip. I'm having trouble with this one, and it's moving around in there. I can feel it. These babies look really good from what I can tell, even though the eggs are a little bit small. They all look good. Well, don't know what that is, but I can say it's not a clown. Almost looks like it might be a wild type. So, again, we'll see when it crawls out. Is it a wild type? Could be maybe a spot nose.
Wait a minute. Did I get out of order? Did I already cut number 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. 5. Anyway, I must have already done it, right? Because I got 5 over there, plus the baby that's out, and I have 2 left here. So I skipped and didn't realize this one is pipped. I hope y'all are all having a great day. Whenever it is, wherever you are watching this, hopefully this will bring you a little bit of joy and some smiles to your face. And remember, even if people think you're weird, they're wrong. Ooh. Now look, I might be crazy. And I said earlier, I don't know about red stripe that well. But what I'm looking at here looks like there's red stripe in that animal. Again, I can't say for sure. It is not a clown. It's definitely not a visual clown. But that ain't no normal. It's not a leopard. And doesn't look like a spot nose to me. But I think I might have a red stripe there. Which would be awesome news. Can't wait to see them crawl out. All right, we got one more. And I'm rambling on and on. I'm pretty stoked so far with what's happened. We're actually right on the odds going into egg number 8. If this one ends up being a non-clown, we'll be 50-50, just like the statistics. If it is a visual clown, we'll come out a little bit better, which, of course, is always welcome. Don't know if we've gotten any Batman combos, or maybe one. We'll see if they come out. And this one looks a whole lot like that first one. I don't think that is a clown, but really busy pattern. Looks very much like our little baby that crawled out already. All right, I'm going to move this one over, and I'm going to get you the whole view of the clutch. All here together. And my hands look like that, obviously, so I'm not going to be able to zoom in, but I'm going to try and do the artificial zoom here and hope it focuses. Look at those babies. Beautiful. 4 clowns and then 3 in a row that weren't. But that one, number 6, definitely has me thinking red stripe. But we'll see when they all come out what we've got. Oh, I just got to show this baby again. She's so pretty. Oh, man. Cool. Awesome. All right, so here we go. We'll try and get you in nice and close so you can see all the action. And hopefully I won't get so distracted that I cut them off the camera like I've done a few times. But nothing super crazy or fancy about this clutch. It's a banana pinstripe clown to a het clown female. And I noticed one of the babies looking at me this morning. When I came in. This is another clutch that I didn't actually separate ahead of time, and I can see number 7 here. Lucky number 7 has pipped. I don't see any others that I can tell have pipped, so I'm just going to kind of try and separate them gently here, and then we'll get to seeing what's in these. There's number 5. Hey, little buddy, I can feel you moving around in there. Of course, by the time you get to this point, they're pretty pliable. They come apart really easily. And why don't we actually save number 7 for last, since this will be our last number 7 of the season. Sad times, but life goes on, and we've got so much to do. All these cool babies. I'm trying to get some of them up on Morph Market, but just finding the time between all the stuff to get the pictures and videos that I like to put up there. It's been a challenge, but here we go. Let's see what we got. Obviously, we want to see lots of orange babies here. Banana clowns are some of my favorites. And this is not a banana clown, I can already see. In fact, I don't think it's any kind of clown here. But het clown, of course. And we'll pop it off there. That's kind of goopy. But that is a nice looking pinstripe het clown. Hey, little buddy. I'll get you over here, all right? Does look very light in the sides. I'm guessing that maybe that's some of the clown het influence, because definitely looks lighter than a typical pinstripe that I've produced many of in the past, but may just be some polymorphism, to use our big word of the day. But that's just the variation that can happen within the same genes. But let's keep going. Number 2, let's see what we got. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, looks like a banana clown for sure. And it looks a little bit like it's moving around, but there's a blood vessel here that looks like it may be wrapped around. So I may, after we get these settled, I may have to actually pull that one out and look a little closer to see if intervention is needed. I guess I'll move it over here for now. But pretty sure that's a banana clown. Sorry, still looking at it. I don't like the way that looks. So we'll maybe take a closer look here once we get the rest of these cut. And whew, lots of red in this one. Got another pinstripe baby here. Well, there you are. Good. Well, I almost said morning, but it's afternoon. You got the little nose sticking up there. Another pinstripe. If you like pinstripe, shout out. Pinstripe. Whoa! Whole head's out now. You're like, what happened? So cute. This other one's still just tucked right away. Pinstripe was one of the first original dominant morphs. They used to go for crazy prices back in the day. Now they're extremely affordable, and I still think they're awesome. I still work with pinstripe quite a bit. Think they're amazing. So if you're a pinstripe fan, let me know. Hey, why are you moving so much? Let me know in the comments. And if you do, you're really going to like what you're about to see here, I think. Because how about we take that pinstripe to another level and add a visual clown that is a pinstripe clown. Awesome. Should be female. The dad from this clutch is a banana pinstripe clown, and he is a male maker. So any of these pinstripes should be female. The bananas should be male. It doesn't always follow that pattern, but most of mine this season have followed pretty closely. I think I had 2 clutches. One had 8 bananas. They were all male. And one had 6, and they were all male. Which is to be expected, but it's nice when they go against the mold. And, oh, there is a banana pinstripe clown. That's what we're looking for here. Hey, little dude. Or dude, well, probably dude. I think I can see his eye, but this red just staying right in the way. I can't tell if that's his head I'm seeing or not. But a banana pinstripe clown will look amazing when it comes out. Number 6. We're getting right through these. Don't worry, once we get to the end, I will show them all to you, as at least as much as we can see. And hoping for some more banana stuff here. We haven't done 2. I guess we're two of 5, so that's not bad. Make that 2 of 6. Another pinstripe het clown. Beautiful. Should be female also. Definitely really light looking. I like that. So okay, I'm gonna skip number 7. And we'll go to number 8 here. Now, I don't know for sure what's in 7, but I did see the whole head out earlier. So I have a little bit of a clue, but obviously couldn't see enough to know everything that's there. All right, and I can see that this is not a pinstripe or a banana. but does appear to be a clown. I think. What's a lot of pattern? I'm sorry. I'm getting vermiculite on you, aren't I? This one, if you can see it, is really reacting. I think it's going to be a clown just by the busyness of the pattern and how bright it is, but it is hard to say. But I'm pretty sure. You gonna bring your face up here? Let me know for sure. I'm pretty sure that's a clown. So I think that puts us what? 3 non-clowns and 4 clowns, I believe. Now let's look at number 7. Can we break the mold here? We didn't do great on our banana odds, but I'll cheat on this one. I already know that it is a banana. So let's find out if it's a clown or a het. What do you think? Lucky number 7 is going to finish strong. Well, he wants to come out and say hi. And there you go. That is a, it's a banana pinstripe, looks like. I don't know if there's clown in there. It's hard to tell. I can see his eye. He did have his whole head out this morning, but now he's being shy. I think that might be a banana pin clown, though. But the patterns can vary a lot. This one obviously looks a lot different from the other one, which is definitely a clown. But we will wait and see. Maybe if I set him down here, he'll pop his head out. So let's scoot him over here so you can take a look. Nice up and close. I don't know why I separated those two so far from the others. I know this one because I'm gonna have to look at him a bit closer. Oh! Did y'all see that? Oh man! I hope that got caught. I'll know soon enough. But that little one started adjusting his jaw. I don't know if he was about to yawn or what, but that was cool. Hopefully that you could see that on there. All right, I'm gonna actually pause this real quick, and then I'm gonna see if we can check this one out a little closer. All right, so I'm trying to zoom in a little closer here. I don't really know what exactly is going on, but it looks like we may have a wrapped blood vessel or umbilical cord on this one. So I'm going to try and gently move it around, see if I can get it out. I may have to pull it out of the egg, which I normally don't like to do at all unless they're finished absorbing that yolk. But if we do have, we definitely appears to be wrapped. And so if we don't get that undone, it could potentially be fatal. Let's see here, baby. Man, you are really wrapped up there. I don't know if this just happens as they're moving around in the egg. I think I'm gonna have to pull it all the way out or really close to it because I can't really see what I'm working with here. But it definitely doesn't seem right. We'll see. Maybe I'm gonna just try to gently up. I can see that blood vessel around it. Hey, good. Okay, good. Calm down, buddy. Let me just make sure. I know you're not ready to be out of there yet. I'm going to try and get you back in, okay? All right. So the good news is it seemed like that untangled very, very easily. He was able to get his head out and back into the egg. So hopefully no ill effects from that. I've only had this happen one other time, and I thought we got to that baby in time. Unfortunately, that one did not thrive, would never eat, and eventually passed away and did not make it. So this one looks a lot better energy. So what I'm going to do, since I got rid of some of that fluid, I'm actually just going to add a little bit of water to the egg to make sure that it stays good and hydrated and to help it kind of shrink down that yolk sac and absorb as much of the nutrients as it can before it crawls out. So I'm about to do that right here, and then we'll get them back into the incubator. All right, so here we go, folks. This is a long shot, but we're hoping for the best. Again, black pastel, GHI yellow belly het pied to Spectre, and really hoping that we can hit a GHI super stripe. Obviously not real great odds. I think I mentioned this. This was a 7-egg clutch, but 4 of them were slugs, and 1 went bad just a few weeks in. These picked up a little bit of mold from being attached to that one that went bad, but I think I was able to arrest it all with my trusty Lotrimin powder. You can see these eggs are really shrunken in. I'm hopeful for the best, but it's always a little questionable when you're not sure why the slugs came, why did that egg go bad. I can feel the baby in here. I think he's moving up towards the top. So we're going to check this out. My intention is, before this video is posted, to give you an update of what crawls out of these eggs, as well as what they look like after first shed. So a lot of you have been asking for update videos and not just the cutting. So since this is a 2-egg clutch, we're definitely going to try and do that for you. I'll do this one a little different because it's not working with me. All right, and baby number 1. If we can get much of a look, it's a small one. You probably can't see much with the way that cut. Definitely not a super stripe. It looks like a black pastel. Can't see much, but from what I can see, it doesn't look like anything more than black pastel, which black pastels are awesome. Love them. But does not appear, definitely not a super stripe. All right. There is not much. These guys, I'm surprised they haven't pipped. There's like no fluid left in the eggs, hardly. So we just want to carefully make our cuts here, take a little quick look, and then, like I said, hopefully in a day or 2 they'll be done and crawl out of the egg, and I'll get you an update there. And then we can look at them again once they have their first shed, and they'll be all in one video since it's just 2 babies. All right, well, man, that's really sticking there. Again, hard to tell. Now, I do definitely have a stripe here from what I can tell, but I can't see much. So definitely didn't hit what we were hoping for with just these 2 eggs. This is another black pastel, but it may be a black pastel super stripe, but honestly, I don't think so. I think we're looking at just a black pastel here. Hey, buddy, will you move for me? Okay, moving a little bit, but yeah, really not much fluid in the egg, so I'm surprised they hadn't pipped. Maybe they did not develop egg tooths or something like that. I don't see anything overly concerning like wrapped umbilical cord or anything, but anyway, we're going to get these guys back in the incubator and set up, and then hopefully in a few minutes I'll be able to update you with what they look like once they crawl out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in a couple days.
Wasn't that awesome? Just so you know, I'm a little closer because I just discovered my microphone died, and so I'm gonna talk a little louder so hopefully you can hear me. That was awesome. It was so much fun to go back and experience those clutch cuttings again, and I'm glad I got to share them with you. If you made it this far all the way to the end, you are awesome and a serious reptile lover. Thank you so much for watching. To show me that you made it hit this far, go down in the comments and tell me, what is your dream animal? If you could own any animal on planet Earth as a pet, what would it be? There's so many to choose from. I think I always wanted a tiger growing up for some reason. I think that would be so much fun. Anyway, tell me yours. Let me remind you, as always, to share the love of reptiles with anybody you can. And hopefully, I'll see you guys again soon.